Now we're going to look at how to construct our basic control object. It's going to be very similar to the line, to the graph that we did with the bars, but I'm going to do it again just in case you're watching this set of videos. But the idea is that we go in exactly the same process. Is I'm going to create a circle, and to that circle I'm going to add a text object right in the middle, and I'm going to call this one edit. Oops, edit. That means that this is where we want to edit this. I'm going to move it right at the center. Actually, I'm going to go in perspective view here, so it's going to be easier to rotate around. So I'm going to bring that node and maybe reduce the size a little bit, something like that. And it's going to be right in the middle, like so. So I'm going to convert that one to an editable spline. And when it's an editable spline, I'm going to go and create and just attach it so that it's a single geometry. I can change the color to yellow, and like I said, it's just a preference. And then I can go back here and say enable in viewport. I'm not going to enable it at render time, and I'm going to reduce the size here so that it's easily seen in the scene. So now you can see we have our edit node. It's right there in our scene, and we're going to be able to select it to edit the content of the pie chart. I'm going to add an attribute holder to have an empty interface, and I'm going to immediately go into in animation. We have our where's that? I'm going to show the text. We're going to grab the parameter editor, and when we have the parameter editor, we are going to be able to add our what we need. So we need 4 values. We are going to illustrate 4 values with this pie. So we need 4 float sliders. We need 4 colors, and we also need 4 text in order to provide the graphic with the content. So I'm going to go here with the spinner. We're going to keep the value that we had here at the top. We're going to align it to the right, and I'm going to call this one value 1 and add that. We have value 1. This one value 2. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to change the range here. I'm going to set the default here to 100. And this one here, we're going to set to a very high value. Let's say 100,000, or actually 9,000. I think it's the maximum for this slider, but we can change that if we want to. We'll see how to change that a bit further in further videos. I'm going to say add. We have our new value. I'm going to call this one value 3. We're going to keep the same settings. We want it to align to the right. So I'm going to say add this one. And value 4. Value 4. Same settings. And add that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go in edit mode immediately. Grab value 1. And for this one, we're going to just adjust the size here of the maximum. And we are going to set it the default to 100 and make it higher here. Apply changes, and now we have the 4 values. They're all similar, and this one here should have a value of 100 by default. So here we go. So now we have the 4 values. We're going to add the 4 colors exactly in the same way. I'm going to go here in color. I'm going to call this one color 1, align it to the right, and align it to the right. Here we go, and add that. Color 2, color 2, add that. Color 3, add that, and color 4, add that. And now we can add the text. So we're going to just pick a string. I'm going to call that text 1. We want that to be aligned to the right, and say add. We are going to have this one text 2, add, and guess what? Text 3, add. And I cannot hide anything from you. This one will be text 4. So we got 4 values, 4 colors, 4 text, and we're ready to connect that with the same techniques that we did before. But you'll see that when we are going to use the values to create the angles and the right slice values for the pie, we need to take a bit more into consideration, because we need to take all the values into consideration. We also need to find the angles, the right angles to open and close, and we also have to find the midway angle so that the line here is adjusted and placed exactly the correct position. I'm going to go back in camera view here, grab the control here, and we can immediately connect the color. That's the simplest connection to make because it's done through wire parameter. So it's very easy. I'm just going to grab any of the pie and say wire parameter. I'm going to grab the diffuse color of the material and I'm going to connect it to the control object here. I'm going to go into the attribute holder, grab value 1. And once value 1 is selected, this is the diffuse color that I want to adjust. I'm going to point the arrow to the left. So that's the connection that I want to make. Connect. And did I pick the color? Oh, I picked the value. That's not what I wanted to pick. I wanted to pick color 1. And here we go. So I'm going to connect it. And now say connect. And we should be good with that. So if I go back to my control object, let's make sure that it's working. Yes, it's working. We're going to leave it to yellow for now. Same thing with the blue one. Right click, wire parameter. I want to grab the diffuse color and I want to grab the control here, modify object, attribute holder, custom attribute. And I want to grab color number 2. And this is what I want to do here, color 2, connect. And that's good. And now we have a value. We have it yellow, but that's fine. I'm going to grab this one here. Again, wire parameter, grab the diffuse color of the material and connect it to the attribute holder, color 3. And we want to connect the diffuse color, so that's going to be on this side. Okay. And same thing here, right click, wire parameter, grab the diffuse color, connect it here, modify object, attribute holder, color 4. And that's the diffuse color we want to control, connect, and close this down. And now we go back. If we go back to edit, I can say this is yellow. This is green, this is red, and the last one here will be something like blue, something like that, blue. Here we go, and we've got all of our animation is done, where our colors are connected. And now in the next few videos, we're going to take a look at how we can connect the text, how we can connect the values to make all of this system work with the pie.